Thanks for the support as a channel member, Philip O'Sullivan. In a continuation of what we started in yesterday's episode of doubling down on things that have worked for us in the past, we now have two strikers up front who are Hernandez's, both with the initial J as well. Feels to me like that's a 100-goal partnership right there. Hello and welcome to part 25 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two matches for you in the league. We're at home against Core Valley and the Houston Dutch Lions. Since you were last with me, our form has continued to be pretty rotten, to be honest, to the point where we actually arranged a couple of friendlies to try and, let's be honest about it for once, glitch the game into giving us some morale and momentum. We drew against our under-23s and lost against our under-18s. We can't even cheat properly. But then somehow we did win our next game. Huyan returning to form with a couple of goals over Lehigh Valley United. And then our new Hernandez up front, Jorge Alberto Hernandez, got a couple of goals for us to rescue a draw in that last game. He's just signed. He's 19 years old. He can play up front or wide on the right-hand side. You can see he's got 2 from 2 for us since signing at the start of this January transfer window. I don't understand how a 4-star current ability, 5-star potential striker was just knocking around for us to bring in. But he is in, and he's all right. He's scoring goals, or he's scored a couple of goals so far, which is definitely a positive. And it has led to a slight change in how we're lining up our front line. Jackson Hernandez now playing as a target man like he was always supposed to be, with Jorge Hernandez playing as the more advanced of the two. I know you're all going to say, but Kev, he's only got 6 finishing. He has, but he's quick and he's scored twice in his last game. Tether Hernandez only has 9 finishing and he scored 58 goals last season. Finishing is not everything. So this is the team for the game against Core Valley. We're going with Saunders in goal, a back four of Nice, Sullivan, Brook and Garlic. Goncalves and Briones in midfield. Williams and Huyan out wide. And then the Hernandez's is up front. That's going to get old fast, isn't it? What's the plural of Hernandez? The Hernandez's is. The Hernandez's. The Hernandi? I'm not entirely sure what we're going to call them. It's brilliant watching them in the match engine as well, because they both are just shown as J Hernandez. So unless you learn their squad numbers, which I haven't, you won't know which one's which when they've got the ball, which is nice. I think that's Jackson. I think that's our guy who often takes our corners. Jackson Hernandez, but it could have been Jorge. We just don't know. That's part of the fun. Right, we have a throw here. It's Garlic. Plays it into Huyan. Back to Garlic again. Garlic with the cross. Williams was lurking under it, as was one of the Hernandi. But in fact, that wasn't. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. Oh, no, that is Williams. The other guy had Williams above his head, didn't he? I'm so confused. Sullivan playing it forward, looking for the run of Hernandez. But can't find him. And look how easily he's gone past Goncalves there. He's supposed to be our midfield enforcer, the centre-back who plays in midfield, because he's such a tough tackler and won't let stuff like that happen. Did I mention, by the way, Core Valley and Houston, 2nd and 3rd in the league at the moment. So these are not only games that we must win because, we've got to start winning games. We've been rubbish this year. But if we're going to make up this 10-point deficit on the playoffs, I don't know how this season's gone so badly. We've got to beat both of them to drag them back into this mess with us. I think it's probably a bit of a long shot that we're going to beat either of them. But we're up to 6th again now. Things aren't as bad as they could be. We're only supposed to finish mid-table this year, and now we're losing. Oh, of course. But why wouldn't we be losing? 4-0. Core 1, and there's been nothing from our front two yet. Remember when it was supposed to be us and Rhode Island who were the two best teams in the division? Rhode Island are around about with us as well. We've both had rotten years. We need a huge rebuild this summer. I think at this point we accept we're not going to be getting promoted again this year. So next year is going to be our 3rd season stuck down here in Tier 8. Well, I think we just get rid of everyone. Even Hernandez, even Huyan. Just get rid of them all and rebuild. Just start again. Because this group of players, not good enough. That's what we've learned here. We're back down to 8th as it stands. Williams with the corner. I mean, we're just always looking for Jeff Brook. There's his 10th goal of the season. Just maybe we'll get rid of everyone but him, because it's just fun having a centre-back who scores as many goals as he does from these set pieces. It's all we've got in our locker. Set pieces, that's it. Just aim for Brook. Maybe we should retrain him as a striker, play him as the target man, and have the Hernandez either side of him just running around trying to generate something. Right. What are we going to do? This isn't working. So let's make him the poacher that he's been when he was scoring all of his goals. Make him do that, which apparently is what he's good at. I'm not going to take either of them off. We are going to take off Huyan, who's been awful. We'll bring Maldonado on as well, because we often do that. And you know what? We're going to bring on Simon Torres as well to play on the left-hand side, because we want to have a proper winger out there. And you never know. These changes might be just what we need. 2-1, 20 minutes to go. A draw would be like winning the World Cup. If we manage to get a draw out of this game, this is one of the best teams in the division. They're up there in second place. We've not looked like we're way, way worse than them. Look at that from Sullivan. That's proper industrial football there. Just scissor kicking it back into the other half. That's what we're looking for from Goncalves. Why was that in the first half? Briones now playing it out to Torres. Torres, we've got time here. Cross comes in for one of the Hernandez's. It's Jorge! And it's a third goal in 3 games since arriving at the club. It's 2-2 to Bourne. Hurrah! I said it would feel like winning the World Cup. Oh, we've got time to go on and win this now. What a turnaround that would be. Hernandez with the goal. And now we've got a corner. Give it to Brook. Oh, he did, but Brook didn't score. The rain is thundering down onto this pitch as well, which I guess is ideal conditions for us because we're rubbish. So we love playing in a big sloppy mud pile. Sanchez, just shoot. Oh, I thought he was sticking that in the top corner. He was shaping up like he was going to. Goncalves controlling the midfield now, which is nice. It's about time he started doing that again. That's what he did for us last year. Maldonado forward to one of the Hernandez. Oh, the Hernandez's. They're just getting everywhere. Oh, my word. Come on. Have we got another goal in us? We've actually done all right in that second half. That feels like progress. I mean, it's not progress towards the playoffs. We're still miles away from them. We're slowly but surely not being as rubbish as we used to be, which is lovely. Boys and girls, it's a sorry state of affairs when I can't even cheat properly. I decided that I'd behaved myself for too long and I was just going to go and do what I said I wouldn't do and go and rob the Media Dream 11. And this is what I found when I got here. Every single player gave me some kind of variation of this. He doesn't believe Bourne's squad is strong enough to play at a level matching his own ambitions. Every single one of them doesn't think we're good enough. So I thought, fair enough. I'm not going to end there. I'll cheat another way. Let's drop back down to the Atlantic National League. Let's take their best players. Why not? And none of them want to come to us either. So no one in the Dream 11 at either our level or the level below will even discuss terms with us because we're not good enough. Did I mention this saves hard? This saves hard. Right, we're just going to swap the strikers' background into the roles. They ended the last gamings. They played pretty well. Then other than that, it is the same side that you've just seen grab a respectable point against Core, whatever it is. Core United, Core Valley, Core Blimey. Can't remember what they were called. But now we're away against Core Valley. There you go. I think that was one of the options I gave you. We're now facing the Houston Dutch Lions, who are 8 points ahead of us in the league. It looks like they have just dropped out of the playoffs themselves. So hopefully that means they're in rotten form and we can come here, pick up a victory and start to put together a little unbeaten run. That'd be nice. I mean, I think we are 3 games unbeaten going into this, albeit 2 of them are draws. That was a bit of fancy play from one of the Hernandez there, playing it to the other one, and Sam Williams has ended up getting it into the back of the net. There's good football all the way through this. One Hernandez to the other. There's a little bit of back heel fancy pants situation going on if you watch closely. Let's have a little look. I don't know if it's going to go back far enough. I think it's here. That pass there. Oh, the Hernandez brothers are on another level. They're communicating using just their brains because presumably they're twins. I don't know for sure that they're even related, but I'm now going to assume that they're twins. Garlic to Huyan. Garlic crosses over for Williams, who is just stuck in. You can't even commentate on it. What was he even trying to do? Never in any version of reality was that going to stay below the crossbar there. He may as well have just picked it up and thrown it towards the corner flag. It would have been as effective as what he was attempting to do there. Oh my word, we're a bad football team. And the thing that I still can't get my head around is the fact that this is the team that finished runners-up in this league last year. With just a couple of additions who should have improved things. Like, new Hernandez is better than Stephen Stone. The goalkeeper's an improvement. Sullivan's an improvement. Everyone else was here last year. We've lost more games in the first half of this season than the whole of the rest of the saves so far. Right, one of the Hernandez's, I don't know which one, probably Jackson, because he gave the ball away too easily. Jackson's just a finisher. Jorge's the one with the skill. We saw that earlier on. Right, 1-0 up at half-time. We will take this with bells on. This would be a superb outcome. If we come out of this episode with 4 points, I'll be delighted. That does actually feel like we're starting to recover. Huyan is in here, and I mean, I don't know, was he just trying to kick it down one of those tunnels to waste some time? We don't have multi-balls here in Tier 8. Williams is in again, but it's disallowed. Why is there a single deck chair in that little gangway there where there's nobody in that entire terrace? But there's that one little deck chair. There's a steward up there on his own. Little weird touches all around the ground. It's lovely. I love lower league football. Garlic plays it forward to Hernandez, and it ends up coming straight back at us down this right-hand side. We need to get a tackle in here. Luckily, Sullivan's there with a headed clearance, but Houston has still got the ball and are still coming at us. And we need to get the ball at the other end to relieve some of this pressure for a minute. Or they could just score. I mean, that's the other option. I guess that relieves the pressure. Pressure's off for now because they scored. I don't want to see how they scored. That puts us back down to 8th place, 10 points behind 3rd place, just like we were at the start of the episode. I guess things haven't got any worse during this, other than the fact we're 2 games closer to the end of the season. But things aren't any worse than they were at the beginning. Right, we're going to take off one of the Hernandez's, the new one. Stone's going to come on for him, and we're going to get even closer to what we were doing last year, where Stone was playing as a support striker. Let's get God knows on in midfield. He can come on for Briones, and Sanchez can come on for Huyan. God knows has been rubbish, by the way, which is why he never plays, because he's just turd. Oh God, we're all turd. We're all turds here, everybody. Right, ball forward. Brook just lumps it back again, looking for Hernandez. Williams, who's had a very good game today, finds Stone. Stone all the way back to Garlic, and Garlic finds Sanchez. Sanchez just spins past his man. This is lovely football from Sanchez. Sanchez is in and has scored a wonderful goal. Mario Sanchez. Oh my word, we're back ahead in this tie. And it's Super Mario. Oh my goodness me. Houston 1, Bourne 2. This season's nothing if not eventful. Goodness me. I feel like I've said goodness me a lot, but that's because I am a little bit flabbergasted at what I've been witnessing today through both of these matches. It's still 2, and we're still attacking because, you know, it's the best form of defence, I've heard, and it looks like we might actually be getting away with it. 3 minutes to go. Garlic with a very poor throw, but Brook is there to just lump it forward, looking for Hernandez, doesn't find him. If we concede from this, I'll be cross. I'll be so cross. They are just racing for us, but Stone has dropped nice and deep to intercept, and Hernandez back inside his own half as well. I might be telling him to attack, but they're ignoring me and dropping deep, which is why that ball forward didn't get anywhere near Sanchez. 2.5 minutes remaining. I don't want to watch the full 2.5 minutes. If we could just close this highlight off and end the game. That would be nice. Garlic, just beautiful. Lumping it forward. Sullivan, lumping it forward. Williams, lumping it forward for Hernandez to chase. He is chasing and he very nearly got there. And it's just, this is like the world's worst game of tennis at the moment. Just lumping it forward one after the other. But Hernandez is in here. And Jackson Hernandez, with his 17th goal of the season, seals the victory for Bourne. The Houston Dutch Lions 1, Bourne 3. I think that puts us 8 points outside of automatic promotion. 8 points outside of the playoffs now, with most of the second half of the season still to play. We're back up to 7th place. We could still get promoted this year. Can you imagine the disaster that would happen if we did? Because we would not be adequately prepared for Tier 7. But at least we're keeping it interesting. So stressful, though. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.